That's right guys, it's a Mercedes E-Class, but before we get into this...
It's a C-Class.
That's right. How's it going guys? Welcome back to another video. This week we were going to show you the Audi TT, but instead of making it in two videos, I thought we would just make it in one bumper video of the sills, the wheel arches and all that sort of stuff getting done and painted. So we've only really got them test fitted and Charlie started rubbing them down. As you can see, we're getting this side prepped and ready. It's looking so much better already. But of course, at the most, we're only going to get them in primer. So instead of making two videos, I thought we'll just do one. I'll get them primered next week, we'll get them painted, and we'll get this car finished off and probably make that the last video on it. So, we've had a massively busy week. This garage is a mess, it needs a good clean up. Our washing machine's also broke, so all our work clothes are away, so we need to do something a wee bit cleaner. So what I thought we would do is, I hinted to it last week and I mentioned that we'd got another car. So I think we'll get started on it. That's right guys, it's a Mercedes C-Class, but before we get stuck into that, we've got something else to get stuck into. Before we get stuck into telling you about the Mercedes, we're going to get stuck into some food. So Ahmed and his family, probably his mum again, has been cooking up a storm in the kitchen, and Ahmed actually brought this down and dropped it off for us today. I've just pulled the cling film off of that, Charlie, look. We've got some chicken biryani. It looks like two portions. We've got a portion each, Charlie. What is this? Oh, meatballs. Ahmed told me about these. He says they're amazing. We've got some meatballs and I think this is bread. Oh, look. Fresh homemade bread. This looks awesome. So, before we get stuck into the Merc, I'm going to get stuck into some lunch. Massive thanks again to Ahmed. Thanks Mrs. Ahmed, thanks Ahmed's mum, thanks everybody for keeping us well fed. Right guys, so this is a 2003 Mercedes C180 compressor, and it's the, what is it, an Avant-Garde model?
I guess how you say it.
Avant-Garde. Now,
Avant-Garde.
Obviously this car is wrapped, and it's got a giant whiskey bottle on the side of it. So the story with this car is, there's every year for the past, what, 3 years, there's a veterans rally that raises money for blind veterans, and they do a banger rally from here to Gibraltar, and this car was included in that, and the whiskey company sponsored the rally, they sponsored the event, so this car was fully sign written for that. A lot of it's been taken off except the main black bit. So yeah, that should tell you something about the reliability of this car. It's obviously okay. The first major downside to this car was the state of the interior. Now, this has been cleaned a lot. So there was like a pile of cigarette ash here, there was all sorts of stuff. It's just very, very, very dirty. Everything seems to work though, which is great. So, in the back, there's some old mats in there. It needs a really, really, really good clean. And if you look here, this is the original colour. I think it's champagne silver, or I don't actually know what the colour's called. I did find it somewhere, it was a weird name, but
This just had an Instagram on it.
yeah, you can see where there's been some logos and stuff. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird colour combination as well, with the sort of light bluey grey and the champagne silver, but whoever spec'd this car when it was new is a bit, well,
Old.
It wouldn't be my colour choice, would it? Sorry if you can hear a wee bit of wind noise today. The TT's in the workshop. Engine bay looks nice and sweet. It's pretty decent and honest looking. There's not a lot of oil everywhere. It runs fine. I've actually drove it for a couple of days and went shopping in it just to see what it was like. What else have we got? Plenty of boot space. It's just, oh, broken window. I think somebody's tried to steal it because the door handle's gone and the window's broken. I've managed to find a window and a door handle on eBay, and I think the door handle's in the right colour.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's the right colour. Oh. the boot,
knock you out if you're not careful.
the boot tries to knock you out. Loads of space in there. Great big boot.
Don't know why we've got a baby seat.
That came with the car. I forgot to say, they also spent about £800 on it, getting the whole back end done, Charlie. It's had new brakes, it's got new backing plates, handbrake shoes, although it has snapped a handbrake cable. So we do need to look into that.
It's not too bad.
Nah, we'll deal with that. It's MOT'd as well, which is great. Till November, I think. Is it November this one's MOT'd till?
I don't know, I thought you were telling me.
Oh, right. I think it's November. But the biggest problem with this car, and the reason why it was cheap, do you want to tell them, Charlie?
Because it's wrapped black.
Yeah.
And the
Nobody.
guy we bought it off, he bought it wrapped, so he doesn't
Yeah.
know what the paint condition's like underneath.
Nobody knows what's under the wrap.
Could be covered in lacquer.
It could be anything.
Covered in repairs. We've had a wee tap about it.
Yeah.
It feels solid.
This whole side could be catalloy. It could be primered. We don't know. Nobody knows what's under the wrap. So this has been a bit of a gamble. We've taken a wee punt on it. But yeah, let's get stuck into unwrapping it and see what we can find. Where do you want to start?
Oh, I started here like. Don't know. I want to get the front end stripped.
You've started peeling wee bits. It's no very sunny today. It's a bit cloudy. I was kind of hoping it would be sunnier so that it would heat the paintwork up and hopefully be able to unwrap easier. We might need to get the extension cable out with the heat gun, but I'm looking forward to pulling it apart and seeing what's under it. My washing's ready in the washing machine. We've had to throw all our work gear into one of the machines at the side of the shop that you pay £6 to wash your clothes in. So I've got a text message saying that's ready, so I'm going to run up and pick that up. You can get the heat gun out and make a start on this, and I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
Right, let's crack on. So you guys have seen our attempt at trying to apply wrap, and that didn't go so well. We ended up painting. I'm really hoping our attempt at unwrapping will be even better. So hopefully we'll not have any issues with this. Right guys, let's have a wee update on progress so far. Oh,
The progress isn't good.
that's bad prep, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's been painted. It's not the only place we've found it either, is it, Charlie?
No. Unfortunately.
So this door looks alright. This looks decent. The wing mirror's alright. This wing's okay until you get to here. Then there's some chips and a wee bit of damage, some lacquer peel, and then we've got some damage on the bumper, and then we've got some more bad prep. So this has been painted before. It's like it's just got base coat on it. It's like there's no lacquer. And then the next one, the bonnet, we've got lacquer peel. We found a little rust scab, some more lacquer peel, and then we've got this. This is where there was like racing stripes like this up through the centre there, and then there's a pattern on the roof. Can you see it there? That had the same sort of pattern on the bonnet, and it's ripped a piece of this up. So yeah, progress so far. It's not as bad as it could have been, is it, Charlie? But it's not as good as it could have been either.
It's worse than I thought.
No, yeah, it's no worse than I thought. I think at the moment this is still very salvageable. I just don't want to peel that roof and the roof peels. I don't want lacquer peel on the roof. Is the wrap with the whiskey bottle on it coming off any different?
No, yeah, it looks different. It's a lot more horrible.
Is it worse?
It's thinner and it feels liquidised.
I thought it would be better quality so it would come off easier.
It feels like a thick liquid.
Does it?
Yeah, you can scrape it with your nail.
Right. We need to take the door handles off to unwrap these because the wrap is tucked behind them. So that's one we'll need to do. And then the bottoms of the doors, side skirts. Eh?
I wouldn't have spent £3,000 getting this wrap.
Yeah, £2,500 I think they said it was. But it shrunk, the wrap shrunk in a lot of places. Like here you can see the original colour coming through. Because we actually spoke about keeping it black, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we actually thought about just getting the doors re-wrapped to take the whiskey bottle off and just keeping the whole thing black. But the wrap isn't good quality. It looks terrible. The camera, actually looks better on camera than it does in real life. It's like very textured, very ripply. Hope this side's better. But yeah. Let's get yeah. This door looks alright. That looks like original paint there. This is going to be quite a big job, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Right guys, before we crack on with more peeling of the Mercedes, in the last video I said we had some huge news regarding the Micra, and this is where I'm going to need you guys to help me. We already said to you this Mercedes was involved in the Banger Rally from here to Gibraltar. This year, in September 2023, we're taking the Micra on the same journey. So we're going to be involved in the Banger Rally this year. The Micra will be going from sunny Scotland to sunny Gibraltar. And we want to raise as much money as possible. So we've got a target of £10,000. We want to raise £5,000 for the veterans, and we want to raise £5,000 for cancer research. So I'm going to need you guys to get involved. I want you guys to share our videos, share our social media posts, get involved, tell your friends, tell your family, get everybody watching the videos, get everybody donating if they can, and let's see if we can get this £10,000 together, and let's see if we can get the Micra all the way to Gibraltar and back. It's a 4,000 mile round trip. You looking forward to it, Charlie?
Yeah, but this car has put me in a bad mood, so...
Charlie's not very amused with the Merc so far. I'm still happy with it. I don't think it's as bad as it could be. But yeah, the Micra going from here to Gibraltar as part of the Veterans Rally. We're also going to be supporting the guys mechanically. So I think there's about 32 teams going. And I've got Oracle Garage involved as well. We're going as part of the support crew to deal with breakdowns and stuff like that. But also we want to raise as much as we can. So guys, help us get involved. Help us get the money together. Like, share, follow, tell all your friends, tell all your family. Let's get some money raised for these two charities. And let's get stuck back into peeling this Merc. Right, good news so far. we've peeled one rear wheel arch and there's no rot. There's a little bit of surface rust starting here, but if we catch it now, that'll be alright. If you guys know Mercs, normally the front and back arch of these are horrible. Front arch is okay, Charlie's back quarter's okay, this front arch is okay. Last one to peel is this one, so I'm going to start peeling this back quarter. Fingers crossed guys, there's no rot in this. Right guys, I think we've peeled enough of this to find out if it's good or bad. So the problem areas on Mercedes C-Class, front wings. These have been replaced at some point, they feel good, they look half decent, they're alright. Other than this wee bit of accident damage at the front, that's not a big issue. The bonnet, one tiny wee scabby rust that we can fix, and we'll probably end up having to paint it up to about here anyway. So yeah, front bumper, again, that's probably going to need a licky paint. I think full front end respray is the way forward, eh?
Yeah.
Just the front though.
That one bit of trim that they've painted black.
Yeah, I'll come round to that and show them. But I think this wing, perfect, that's a bit of wrap that's left over. So yeah, no rust on here. Maybe it's had the wings replaced. So I think we'll only be lacquering up to here, so that'll give us a good colour match onto the doors. Bottom of the doors are fine, this side's still wrapped. We have got a little bit of surface rust here. If we catch it now we'll be all good, but we can just paint that wee section. This here's the worst bit, wee bit of surface rust. It's fine on the inside. Hopefully I can try and do some kind of touch up and keep it on the line, we'll see how it goes. But that's the worst arch on the car. The roof was an absolute nightmare to peel. If you've seen it on the time lapse, it took me ages. This back quarter, absolutely perfect. Again, wee bit of surface rust here. We'll catch that now and that'll be all good. This is the bit Charlie was talking about. So for some reason this has got satin black paint on it. I don't know if they've missed it when they've been wrapping it and just forgot. But yeah, that's satin black paint, so we'll need to deal with that. Hopefully a bit of thinners will take that off.
What?
On a cloth.
Yeah.
Bit of thinners on a cloth maybe and just take that off. This front wheel arch, again, absolutely perfect. Ah, we've spoken about this one. I'm already back round.
It's getting late.
Yeah. It is getting late, it's starting to get a bit tired. We'll get this window ordered today. We'll get this door handle ordered today. Anything else we need to order? Anything for the interior?
I don't think so.
Other than a clean.
Clean a polish and some new.
Look at it. Weird colour combo. We need to take that bit off as well. It's had a CB radio put on there.
Well, a big screw hole.
Yeah, we'll need to try and do something with the screw holes. But other than that, we still need to paint the tailgate. Sorry. Peel the tailgate. There's a tiny wee dent there, which isn't too bad. Other than that, it looks like it's going to be a decent 10 footer. What do you reckon, Charlie?
Maybe even 8.
Maybe even 8 by the time we've polished it. A decent set of wheels, and this will end up looking alright. Look at it on camera, Charlie.
Oh, it looks good on camera.
It looks decent on camera, doesn't it?
It's not a bad colour. It's not as bad as I thought.
No, I think that will be fine. So anyway guys, as you can see, it's getting late, we're losing light. It's 7:45 on a Saturday night. My fingertips are absolutely killing me. I think we're going to come back tomorrow off camera and just peel that back bumper and that tailgate. and call it a day for this video. So remember guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share this with all your friends. I'm going to be sharing links for the veteran rally and where you can make donations and all that type of thing. But please help us jump on board and help us raise £10,000 for these two charities. That will be amazing. And the wee micro will do a 4,000-mile round trip to Gibraltar and back with me and Charlie. So yeah, thanks again for watching guys. See you next week.